by Owen. We are live on YouTube, everyone, in the lobby, LS crew, and we also are live on DFE 2003. Go check us both out. But we are a bit behind schedule tonight because like stuff had come up, but we are here still. So welcome everyone. Let me upload the thumbnail. Let me upload the thumbnail. You don't make thumbnails, do you, DFE?
Nah, I can't be bothered. They've never done me any favours, they've just wasted my time, so I don't bother.
Let me upload the thumbnail, be right with you all. Boom, the thumbnail is up right now. Oh, can we have one of them party buses over there? Oh no.
Yeah, I'm bringing the party bus over.
Yeah, someone up now, we already got two. Oh god, we got a smoking party bus.
Is my bus needed or not?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I got my speaker. Yeah. 3 people in stream already. What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? Sorry, I'm a bit late tonight, but I can't do nothing about that, everyone. But we are here, live. So let's start out, everyone. We smashed over 200 views last night, so my god, well done to everyone.
I hit 180 last night.
174 you're on for me.
Alright, well, wait, I'm gonna entertain the crowd.
Sorry, you cannot watch. It's a private event, but that's why I am live streaming it for everyone. So I'm sorry about that. But we will be starting very shortly. I don't know what time.
Yeah, if anyone wants my party bus, I left it in this sugar.
But we don't need it, man, I don't think.
Alright, I'm gonna go get my pyro. I can be off. Alright, don't worry lads, your boy DFE's got us some entertainment sorted. Alright lads, so while we wait for stuff to start, I guess I'll just provide the entertainment for
we got 13 in the lobby.
Yeah, this is going to be DFE's solo aerobatic pyro display. You get me?
I'm just sharing out my stream. We don't even have the commentary people in lobby yet, do we? Oh yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not official commentator. I mean, like the Chris and Matt.
Yeah, guys, look at this. I'm flying backwards. Brandon, you nearby? Watch my backwards flying.
My stream.
Yeah, don't worry guys, the DFE's aerobatic pyro display is here.
Bit of entertainment from DFE, left up and zooming on him. Hi, are the Purple Lions performing? Unfortunately not, the Purple Lions are not performing.
Yeah, guys, don't worry. Okay, while we wait,
but we have got planes.
We have some really pro backwards flying. Yeah, don't worry, guys. So yeah, this is the entertainment that you're gonna get while we wait. You're just gonna watch me try and backwards fly. Thank you, Oliver. I can do it. It's just not very effective yet. I'm still learning. Once I can backwards fly the pyro like nothing, I'll make a solo acrobatic like Brandon. He's solo acrobatic. There you go, look at me go, yes! Yes! Go! Yes!
But I don't know what is happening.
I'm flying backwards, man. Look at my stream, I'm flying backwards. No! Oh.
I'm zoomed in on you, but I'm not. I'm concentrating on everything else.
Oh.
Oh, right. One of the VIP that messaged me, Otis. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear.
Otis. Where's Otis?
I don't know.
Oh my god. One of the VIP that messaged me saying, can I have an invite?
Yeah, just invite me if you've got one PSN.
I don't have him on PSN, but the thing.
Oh my god, the FE solo aerobatic power display is here to entertain the crowd. Yeah. This is the sort of quality that I do provide. Absolute rubbish. What time's training tomorrow? Training tomorrow will be around past 3 p.m.
Ah, this is great. I can't find him.
Wait, who is it?
Willow.
Don't even know who that is.
8728.
Yeah, don't even know who that is. I'm not.
We're 17 minutes beyond schedule.
Yeah, we are nowhere near schedule.
Right, we got Sis and the Red Robins leader in the lobby.
Oh, James!
Van Gizo. And no one in game start, like...
No, they were in a party together. As much as we were meant to be in game chat, yeah, they were in a party. Entertain my stream with my pro backwards flying.
You're welcome everyone coming in this room, let's share it out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're subbed, you can't join no matter what.
People are trying to get in.
Yeah, people always try and get into stuff like this.
Yeah, but can't, can I? Because it's like a private event.
Good evening!
Oh, hello, Owen.
Whoa. Look to the right.
I'm here.
Yeah, Owen, the FE solo pyro display is just keeping the stream entertained, don't worry.
Why is nobody displayed it?
Because the Red Robin stuff got in lobby now.
They meant to be first.
Yep, at 7:05.
Yeah, it's now 20 past 7.
There's all the VIP in you.
One spot said to me he might not be able to make it because he went offline at 3 AM. But I'm waiting on one more one VIP.
Who are you waiting for?
Finnegan 9000 or something. One of the VIPs yesterday.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, we will have it all up in a second, but yeah, while we wait, obviously, yeah, just remember to do the FE solar power display team. This is not a real display team.
Right.
Maybe in the future it might be.
Red Robins are coming in lobby.
Who's somebody actually to do a solo display, or we just doing it yourself?
I was bored, so I thought I'd do it just to keep the string up here.
Yeah, if you haven't been asked, I'll start flying around the airfield.
Oh.
The event team haven't told you, then don't do it.
Oh, then do you miss him up at this one?
I don't really care, to be honest, bro. I'm just trying to get this stuff going.
No one, like, I don't know where Otis gone, because he was talking in games that then he left us. So. But we are live on YouTube owing LS Crew in DFE 2003.
Indeed. Yeah, he's talking to his friends in party chat.
Welcome everyone coming in the live stream. Sorry we are a bit behind schedule tonight, but we can't do nothing about that, and we started up the stream a bit late. But you can see here, the Los Santos French team are just getting on the runway. We got the Vulcan to the sky bar. I can't believe the Reds pulls out, like, the ZTA Reds. Mad.
Are they?
Yeah. And pulled out last minute. Didn't Owen...
The red arrows pulled out last minute.
Who's that talking? Van Giesel?
Van Giesel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ZTA Reds acrobatic display team pulled out. Because the leader on holiday, I think. Something like that.
Alright. How you doing, ladies? Are you right? I'll be back,
I sent you my stream over, Van Giesel, to Instagram, bro.
On Instagram, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna check it out now. I'll be back in the chat in a sec.
Let's get Thursday night rolling. Are you going DFE? Are you going on Thursday night?
Thursday night?
Yeah, the fight night. Otis versus another geezer.
No, I haven't been invited.
Oh, I got a VIP ticket for that, man. I'll try and talk to Van Giesel for you and ask him if you can come.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, I'm pretty close.
Are you going to Tomcat's thing too?
Yeah, I've got a VIP ticket for that.
Yeah, I'll be here too. Aren't you displaying?
VIP ticket for the one. Yeah, I'm a Phantom, yeah, so I've got a display. Actually, I might be displaying with Phantoms and my own my
Whoa. What is your team called?
I've got my own team.
Yeah, what is it called? I sent the Instagram.
It's called the Blue Stingrays.
What?
The Blue Stingrays.
That is a weird name.
So is the Red Dolphins, they exist.
The Red Dolphins are no more. Them gone.
Yeah, that was still a name, okay? At least the Blue Stingrays at least matches the colour of the animal.
Yeah.
And Purple Lions, that's another one, yeah? Have you ever seen a purple lion in your life?
I actually have. I don't know if I have in real life, but I have in game. It's an aircraft.
But yeah, purple lines don't exist. At least you find blue stingrays. And you also don't find red dolphins in life either.
Oh shit, Daddy Brad gone live on Instagram.
Who has?
Daddy Brad doing a cameo. Doing cameos.
I'm just practicing my flying backwards while I wait. I think I've got the hang of it.
Doesn't Owen say you have to land?
No, he said I can't do it over the air first. I just need to wait.
Hey up, we got VIPs rocking up here. Nobody in the limo like. Oh, you missed the limo opportunity tonight.
Yeah, that's fine.
VIPs are rocking up. Yo, what's up, Ollie? I think that is. Got a new name, I can see her. Some fancy text. Oh, someone lagged out. One of the VIP lagged out. Damn it.
That's fine. I'll just hop a lift in their limo when we get back.
Are the red robins even airborne yet?
No, no.
But look in front of the city, a battle room memorial flight. In the lobby. Look at that. Whoa! What happened there, Owen? Owen that killed me for like no reason. What the heck? We got more party buses. What is going on here? We got a smoking party bus. DFE, where's your party bus?
Mine's in the sewers somewhere.
Well, this one is smoking like mad.
Yeah. I was expecting to like be watching a show by now.
Same.
I could have been with my flight team right now, carried on like practicing and stuff.
I don't know what's happening tonight, like.
I don't know, but I'm just gonna carry on flying backwards until I'm no plus 5, but it's not actually gonna go in. Oh no, oh.
What?
I lost my backwardsness.
Oh.
Anyway, while I wait, I might as produce some content for myself. So I'm just gonna show people that I can fly backwards now.
Do you know?
Earlier.
Do you know whose Braid GTAs is? He got 21k on Insta.
Yeah, he followed me.
Yeah, he followed me too.
Oh,
Mad.
dinner smells gone.
Hey, up the red robins are taking off. Why didn't him let anyone know? Yeah, I'm at the airport now. I'm in a free man.
I'm coming over backwards.
I'm in a free man. Where's the commentators?
Okay guys, so the red robins. Actually, alright, are you ready for this, Speedy? I'm gonna make the most dramatic entrance ever. You ready for this?
Right, VIP, I'll subject and I'll play you come as a VIP
I'm
and
gonna-
a VIP, if not then the last one.
I'm here,
On
lads.
their show, on local social.
How did you kill me, Owen?
Oh, we tried to move that party bus, and I thought if I get ripped with the, like the table thing and bring the wheels, I can pull it forward, but it kind of like, it's forward.
What are the red robins doing here? Not parking up anywhere. What are them doing?
I'll be right back.
Shouldn't them be on the runway, not parking up?
Yeah, they need to be on the runway ready to go.
Okay, you got an odd plane out there. how many parlors are displaying? Four. Meant to be a 7 team, but I don't know what is happening with tonight.
I've just messaged.
Well, I'm not gonna look at the schedule. Oh, he got left.
Okay, can everyone hear me? For all the VIPs, we'd like to stand on the party bus behind you where you get the best viewing area. We'd like to just...
We don't have the Red Robins leader left.
Yeah, that's probably lag at that.
That typical, like, about to take off in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you're gonna win Thursday, Otis?
GSK, can you get off this bus please? You're not a VIP. VIP. Thank you. You can stand in the middle on that one.
Who you telling to get off the bus?
Doesn't matter, standing. Doesn't matter.
Do you think you're gonna win Thursday?
I don't know, I hope I will. But
Why is this party bus smoking?
Yeah, I'm noticed that.
Which is one. He did that for fucking looks. He said it won't blow up. He said he did it yesterday as well. It's just looks
Who
good.
said that?
I'm a bit scared. Might blow up.
Bitch! This
England
party bus
party.
goes up where fuck.
We need some technical.
He said he did it yesterday, but didn't blow.
Let's go.
Who's on my head?
Who's next in this building?
Who's Josh Trooper? Definitely.
Might just deploy this building. Follow up with my back. It's a deploy display team here.
Yeah, Willow is in the lobby because they've been at 7:20, 7:32. Man.
What's going on?
No clue.
Ah.
I've been live for 22 minutes.
Right, who is it? What job is it?
Yes, but the leader left.
Hello, this is Smart Posse in Game Chat.
If the next fellow is ready to go up, send him up.
People are getting frustrated in my chat saying come on Red Romans. Completely agree. Like
I don't know.
can OTR Gamer TV go away spamming images to me? I don't even like him. Oh God, people.
That's the most entertaining thing I saw all day.
Hey, where do I come? Willow, you go to LSIAT, man. If you come
Wait,
yesterday.
who's this speaking? Is this the, what's it called? LS Crew?
Yeah, man.
Is that LS Crew?
Yo, bro, yes.
Oh. Well, you probably don't know me, but you probably know the old, someone I know.
Who?
YouTuber called Logan Reed.
Yeah. I don't even know if you do
Guys,
karmas anymore.
We're just gonna try and get the show. We're running.
I mean, he does still do commies, but he's changed his name and he's went down under.
Oh.
Just a few ground rules. When we're getting ready during the performance.
Oh God.
There will be commentary from our official commentators. We do ask that you do not talk over the top of them, as it will be very disrespectful. If you're not a VIP, then please stay up on the viewing platform. But if you are a VIP, then the party buses are there for you. Today's a little bit special than yesterday. We've got an award ceremony to end, so we have a couple of categories. All these awards are being given by Van Giesel. Van Giesel is the proud owner of GTA Gold Entertainment. They are an award company. Really cool, really professional. Van Giesel's been working hard on the stuff like that. Ready for later. So today and tomorrow there will be awards for Best Display Team, Best Solo Display, Best Overall Display Team, Best Crash of the Evening, and the special award is the Golden Entertainment Special Recognition Award. Whoever wins these awards for each category, they will be chosen by our VIPs. So all the VIPs are in the group chat. At the end of the year show, we're going to be coming to a vote who should win those, and then we will head up to the auditorium, get everyone ready, and then we'll start giving the award out. So be a nice way to end the weekend. So just bear with us, and then we're going to get cracking with the air show. We apologise to anyone who is live streaming, and things are very boring at the moment, but I guarantee once we get going, for our VIPs, please make sure you stay on the party buses. Please don't go wandering around the airfield. You can go to the catering truck, but that's about it. If you need to go somewhere, then please let me know. Because we've got aircraft down the bottom, so we want to try and keep everybody safe and a bit more smooth.
Laser, sorry, yes, I'm getting the certificates over to you within the next 5 to 10 minutes, so you can have a look at them.
Yep. Awesome, thank you very much.
No worries whatsoever. Best of luck to everybody that's in here right now. All the best, and congratulations to the winners pre-hand. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the show.
Indeed.
So while we are waiting for everybody to get going, I am going to let you know of the plan schedule. So kicking us off, we're going to have the Red Robins, followed by the Sequoia SU-27 display team. Then we're also going over to World War II. We've got the Solo Spitfire display team. Then the F-16 Viper demonstration team. Then 740 is the Golden Eagles, but that's not going to happen because they're running behind. Then we got the Battle of It Memorial Flights, Solo Private Jet, US Air Force Memorial Flight, don't start. Then we have the Solo Version display, followed by brand new display team, the Patrie de Santos. That was a French display team, they will be doing Patrie de France. Then we got the Tomcats demo, Vulcan to the Sky, and then ending is a Hydra demonstration. And then 10 o'clock we will be heading over to the auditorium ready for the award team. All the streamers and all the VIPs will be on the first row, and then all the display teams will be a bit further out. So everyone will have centre stage. We are going to just check in with the Red Robins, and then we're going to get them airborne and get their display and the air tattoo up and running for day number 2. So please sit back, relax, and we'll get going in the next few minutes.
When's the taco van going to be ready?
The taco van is closed because you ate it all yesterday.
Oh yeah. Oh, should have saved some.
Once the air show does get going, we have got James and Matt and also Chris. They are our official commentators. So once they are commentating, we do ask that you keep your mics completely switched off. If you do want to talk to your streams and stuff, then please set your settings onto no one so nobody else can make that. Would be highly appreciated.
Are we going?
I'm just going to check in with the Red Robins now.
Yeah, I'll talk to you now about the timetable.
Right there, so
Welcome to day 3, technically, of the Los Santos International Air Tattoo 2020. We're accompanied by a very characteristic figure of Critch. So we have our voices to listen to for day 2 of the flying that we have on the show for this weekend. And what a schedule, as Owen has mentioned. Critch, your thoughts on today?
Well, it'll be a crack show again, like yesterday. We've got a incredible flying schedule for you all tonight. We'll wait for the Red Robins, and then Red Robins will kick off day 2.
Chris, is the party bus okay?
Yes.
It's smoking.
Why is that party bus smoking? If that blows up, I swear to God, I'm gonna well you up the hole.
Oh,
Then, let's get this done.
You guys are free to watch, but I'm not sure what we're doing in the car.
I'm gonna report you to RDF, Bonnie, for being a trespass.
But I'll move it in.
No, don't worry about it. Leave them and joking, mate. Right, the Red Robins gonna start getting ready now.
So as the Red Robins kick off the display program for day 3 of the Air Tattoo today.
Alamebong.
There are a fair few interesting displays due to the display lineup and circuit on the air show front. We've got the Sukhoi Su-27, which is, of course, a very unique aircraft.
Oh, he's Varun.
We should be seeing that from the Ukrainian Air Force today, followed by the Solo Spitfire as we head back.
Fucking hell, it's the bastard again.
Yeah, man. We head back in time. Fittingly, with the 80th anniversary of the World War II events, the Solo Spitfire gets airborne. So we've got a fair few. We've got the USAF memorial flights, which is always an interesting sight to see. So the Petra and the Hydra.
I'm gonna be taking off in Varun.
For the VIPs for today, I'm going to be voting on the awards that are going to be handed out at the end of today. Includes the Air Tattoo. We're joined again for day 3 by Richie. So, good weekend overall. Very, very well run.
Nice to see 4 Red Robins tattoo an hour before we'll take off.
Jam-packed 6 display park. There are several aircraft that are open for viewing on Saturday, so go over and have a little look. The Red Robins heading up the taxiway behind the Follow Me car. We have on the show over the course of this weekend, and kick-start the display program day 3. The entire overall air show is so they taxi out onto the runway. We can get everyone very shortly.
Lovely weather.
Shower.
Yeah, great weather for a night show down.
So before the day 3 gets kicked off, I'd like to say a big thank you to Owen and the rest of the Yellow Arrows for a very well run event. Also helping to organise the static display park, which we have loads of various different aircraft on show. Of course, the thing that matters most is the flying, and that's about to get kicked off. on the runway, we just the weather removes itself and show grounds.
What time do you think it's gonna finish tonight?
Don't know, hopefully it runs to schedule.
Well, I think we're behind schedule a bit.
We are now, hopefully it runs nice and smoothly one after another.
Yeah, nearly 8 o'clock.
Where you gone? Yeah, we should sort of up in 15 minutes ago.
Just the rain.
Hey guys, waiting for the rain to stop, then you're gonna get started.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, alright, no problem.
Yeah.
My guys are waiting, so it's fine.
Can we have a...
So we usually have a weather app that usually tells us when the
Yeah,
rain's
I was
going
about
to
to
stop. But the guy who owns the weather app hasn't paid the bill, so the website's been shut down. So if you do a website, pay the
Might as well do zooming on the red robins for like over an hour. But let's go.
So I shall be receiving the awards very, very soon. They are going to be blank, and then once we give the awards away, we're going to discuss what's going to happen. So bear with at the end, and then we'll the awards are being brought by myself, Frank Gizo, and the main man himself, One Spot Gaming. So.
Which one's One Spot Gaming in the game?
One Spot Gaming's not here today, Paul. He was here yesterday.
I found a web app and I'm trying to see if I can see when it stops raining, and according to this, it just isn't going to stop raining.
You probably went on BBC Weather and put in Los
I
Santos.
didn't go on BBC, it's just Los Santos weather forecast. I'm not that stupid.
Oh! Yes! Ladies and gents!
Oh.
The weather app has been fixed. The guy has paid his rent. Right, the rain will be gone by 2-3 o'clock.
Colin, can you send me a link to the weather?
No.
Please?
No. Secret.
Oh.
Now, just type in Google GTA 5 weather. I should say GTA weather camera forecast. Just click on that and then click the screen and it takes you through like screenshots.
Apparently it's been fixed up to like by 2 o'clock on GTA.
Yeah, in about 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I have 2 phone screens.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely...
So they have to wait for the weather to clear up and into them, yeah.
I'm soaking wet.
Oh my god.
I wasn't expecting to get this wet tonight, like.
Don't think about the weather. Doesn't stop helicopters.
We got a pink limo. Oh god.
Jesus.
I'm looking at this weather app, it looks like we won't have any more rain for a fair while. What's next? We can get on with it.
Nah.
You don't do your helicopter display, do you, anymore?
Nah, me and Pitch only done it once.
Yeah. You should make it a thing.
Nah. Too busy for that shit.
These scriptures too busy running solo private jet, the best display team on PS4.
Oh shit, you know, dude. Which you said big enough.
Who doesn't love watching private jet display? That's so fun.
Bit lovely weather.
Of the way someone sparked 2 feet. And now Ryan was quick enough to rob my job on. Whoa, who's robbed the fucking thing up? Someone snapped the flap off today. Bloody hell.
Welcome to everyone coming in for the live stream. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. We will have things underway very shortly. Yes.
Where's Van Geezer?
I think he's in a party with his team.
Oh, is it? Oh, he's on top of the speaker.
Let me head back to the stream. If it's UK 20%, that is true.
Fucking hell, this weather's atrocious.
Literally the lights though.
Do we have a cat in the room?
Yeah, it's Twitch.
Rich. Grow up. Right, that's it guys, unfortunately solo private jet has been removed from the flying program.
What my favourite team! What the no?
Because he's acting like he's about 12.
No, I'm come up
You're
to
a
my
liar. You're a
I'm
liar.
not lying.
You're a liar.
I'm not.
Rich, you've been in my team before. I know what noises you make.
I don't know. Oh no, that's nice that.
Oh.
I mean, I was in the team, but I got kicked for some.
You got kicked for moving?
Just question the mouth shut.
You've never been kicked from my team.
What team are you in?
I own the LSIAT.
Yeah, I was in the red.
You got kicked from the red, yeah. Yeah, 360's in the lead and stuff.
I said I'll be right back, and I know I've stopped you.
Yeah, 360's don't even know.
We're the weather clearing up.
What happened to the speaker?
I don't know.
All the speakers here for me. Actually, never mind.
It's probably got the lap on, you look like a right one.
I think it's that bus despoiling everything because it's smoking.
Right, I'm going to jump in the party chat, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Where has Van Geezer gone?
Why's the lifeguard here?
He basically gone like away from the airport.
Lifeguards, you're in the wrong place. I think on the beach is
I think he's waiting for his pickup.
It's alright, Brandon. It doesn't concern you. It's fine.
Brandon, have you ever flown backwards in a Vulcan?
What?
Have you ever flown backwards in a Vulcan?
No, because impossible.
You can really play forward in a Vulcan, remember?
No, you can't violate Brandon like that. Oh. No, it is possible to fly Vulcan backwards.
Well, you should give it to the Italian Eagles to fly it backwards. They probably will do it.
It's not like the mute this whole time. Jesus.
Yep.
I've been talking and talking and everything.
I don't think that bike was safe. He just started stunt jumping, was over the speed limit. That man there is a safety hazard. Slow down.
Speed up for a long time.
Yeah, according to the weather app, the rain should be ending around 4ish, so got another over minute, and then red weather should be able to fly. Cut to me.
It looks like it's clearing. Yeah, it's clearing.
Yeah, it should clear for 4 according to the app. Or the website.
Hey.
Can we get a janitor? There's a dead body in this bus.
Let's hope things gonna kick off shortly.
Brandon, are you a janitor? Can you get rid of this dead body?
Whoa.
There's a dead body there. I don't. Alright, yeah.
Oh god, we're getting driven there. Will we be here the whole time?
Oh, Pritch, you need a janitor. Can you get rid of this dead body, please? Can you go to that, please? I don't want it. Ah, I've got backhanded by Pritch.
Huh.
As we see a break in the clouds, which is waiting for the wetter weather to part ways with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had Matt yesterday with the comms for the full show yesterday, and now you've got my voice you've got the pleasure of listening to. And I'm just waiting for Red Robins to take off the wetter weather goes. And as we've stated before, there's a lot of aircraft on static today, which you can go around and have a look as well.
So as soon as the rain stops, you guys gonna stop? Are you guys gonna get in the air? Are you gonna wait for it to drop?
Yes. We should go hopefully.
Yeah, a lot to take in and to admire of today's final day of the show with the SU-27 display, the Spitfire F-16 USAF Memorial Flight, of course, the Hydra. So those are just a few of the newer areas we've added to the display program. As the rain slowly comes to a stop, we should be seeing the Red Robins lifting off very, very shortly. So keep your eyes peeled to the right hand side. Just stop the rain.
Stop.
Now we should be rolling on with the rest of the display program for the rest of the day. And the car now gets off, so then we should be expecting the Robins on that takeoff line. A little incentive today. Have a awards ceremony to conclude the weekend. Looks like that will be real RIAT. There's several different categories to take advantage of. You're the team that wins an award. The best display team, the best solo team, the best overall display team, best crash of the evening, which hopefully
Oh, here we go.
don't to see too many, and special awards. So as the Red Robins roll, I'll be joining up on each other. Porsche display team to the left hand side. Kicking off the third and final day of the LSIAT. All, of course, courtesy of Owen and the LSIAT for incredible piece of organisation, putting on the display programme, also entire organisation of the show. So the Red Robins, we assume, are going to be completing their full circuit.
James, I can't mute my mic because it pick up all the commentary, if you get me.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, they're banking straight towards us now at Crowd Centre.
Here we go. Let's go. Oh.
Let's go as we kick off the first display of the third and final day. Crowd Centre. This is the Red Robins. Straight to the crowd on the B-axis, straight ahead.
Yo, what's up, Bear Logan Gaming? Welcome, Paul.
Now centre, a perfect diamond, painting the skies with the red, white and blue smoke which trails behind. It's caused by having some dye reacting with the heat of the engine, which leaves a trail behind the aircrafts. For the real life version of the aircrafts, designed by Fairchild
Hang on,
Republic,
I'm coming from behind.
single-seat aircraft with 2 turbofan engines, known very well with its straight wind. Now to the right hand side, each aircraft now. Timing their positions in accordance with the cadence in the leader's voice. The real-world aircraft was introduced in 1997, which drastically changed the way that combat aircraft were used on the battlefront. Considering it's from the US, it's got a fairly cheap price tag to it. Coming from the right hand side, roughly around about £11 million, which, concerning this particular aircraft, a very, very capable aircraft in the instances that it's used for. That's possibly the bargain of the century. Originally designed, of course, for the close air supports, the CAS ability. An aircraft rolled around the outskirts of the other 3. They're admired by many air forces around the world. This aircraft has only actually seen service with the USAF. The new developments of the F-35 development program, as it was been developed by the Lockheed Martin Corporation. Designed with the intention that will replace the A-10. Of course, high performance can't really be compared. Hence, the continuous service of the A-10 with the USAF.
Whereabouts, Ella? Oh my god.
Where the heck are they?
Don't know, but I'm proper holding up time here. Oh my. Have you seen where I'm at? Look out on the map. Look out on the map. Do you see him? Oh my god. This way. James, can you see him?
No.
The left hand side now.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a feature about the A-10. It was actually an aircraft designed around a gun, which they would commonly use, them being the Avenger rotary cannon.
Where's the rest of the formation? Oh, one of the pilots lagged out. Who's next?
Brandon.
Yo.
Brandon. What no one said. Mute your mic because you disturb our commentary.
A-10 straight wind that we mentioned about earlier helps with the low speed abilities, which is important for the specifications in combat that this aircraft has to deal with. It's usually used to help troops on the battlefronts. Of course, the infamous gun sounds fires.
Brandon,
Yo.
do me a favour.
Yo.
Go on the display, don't speak over people, and shut the fuck up. Comprende? You understand that, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
You're to film the display, not have a commentate. If you want to commentate, put your chat onto no one and let James, Matt and Pritchard commentate. If you start speaking over them again, I'll ask you to leave politely.
Okay, sorry.
So enjoy the air show, film them, and then I'll log out, right, go back to get them.
So there's two red weapons to come back out from the left. As you see in the games, the two got blue and white smoke. So they've got a diesel, a mixture smoke in. So they've got 5 minutes of white smoke and 2 minutes of blue smoke, 1 minute of red and blue smoke. So they're a nice formation back to left in the future. I think the two turrets are the proper into the section. And here he is with the fifth turret. So James, are we looking forward to the Spitfire next then?
Yeah, and a very historical aircraft. we're always looking forward to seeing in the later on in the programme. So I'm joined alongside Rich for today's kind of now a 3-ship now with the reunion of an additional pilot out to the right hand side.
The Red Rabbit was used their craft for a small stock. Then had a break for one day and then they decided to take their craft to the D11 and they realised the Fairchild A10 Thunderbolt. Actually, we've got hashtag but is it USF for still use A10 please?
Yeah, it's the only Air Force to actually operate the A10. It's a sole Air Force operator. It's manufactured about 710, I believe, roughly. The middle jet now completing a infinity break by the look of it.
Yes, it's infinity break. Oh, Alpha's a game cannon, Alpha. Wow. Guess what? See the infinity break that was former Blue Hawks and Red Arrows break, as you know, the Blue Hawks and LS Vipers was the only GT team doing that break in its duty. But Red Arrows only let one, the leader, always do the run around the smoke. So Red Arrows got all Red Arrows gets Hawks. I've been able to get us Hawks. They got all these smoke in a jet, but GTA can't do it because Red One use red smoke, run around smoke. But sadly, you can't do this on GTA. So, ladies and gentlemen, look from your left. This is the line of stern.
Line of stern, and we'll see that later on in the display with the Pati Santos is the snake-like formation where everybody is mounted on top of each other, flying directly underneath one another, and that's a manoeuvre that requires real trust between the pilots. It's one of those manoeuvres that looks either really, really good or can go horribly wrong. Perfectly there though by the 3-ship Red Robins display.
As you know, the Red Arrows got certain danger maneuvers in their maneuvers display, as rollbacks, circus, and synchro pairs of that. I'd give a break for that. But well, like in 90s, like that, Red Arrows crashed backs, 2 Red Arrows jets crashed, one jet crashed into the house, and one jet crashed into the field, and the one pilot sadly died in hospital. Alfie, you're next after the Red Robins, pal, with Spitfire. So this is the vertical break. So, you know, some display teams like Red Arrows do that, but the Italian teams do much different.
Is the SG-27 not coming then?
Did SU next after Spitfire?
No, with the SG-27 then the Spitfire.
Oh, is it off? Apologize. I'll take photo.
So of course the 8 AM is still playing a very pivotal role with the USA. Nicknamed the Warthog. And of course by the General Electric. The Warthog is powered by the twin turbofan engine. Turbofan, a more efficient engine than the turbojet. Of course, that extends the range the aircraft is allowed to fly, moving the success rate the aircraft is able to achieve, to allowing it to spend longer in the combat zone. A feared aircraft on the enemy lines, it was powered the Avenger cannon, which, as Pritchard's mentioned several times, is the infamous sounds of the gun once shot. That sound is essentially the supersonic speeds the gun rotates. On the rocking sides.
So SU next, fighting. So give me a minute, James, I will escort him anyway.
Perfect landing there from the Red Robins. A very, very good display to it in the third and final day of the LSIAT 2020. Next, we're now going to have very welcome sights. Very rare aircraft. The SU-27 design, manufactured by the Sukhoi company, former Soviet Russia.
Wait, who's actually next?
The SU-27.
Well, I'll check the time now. Yes, S.
Rich, what are you doing?
What do you? Or you want to do it?
No, you're a commentator. You do your own job. Commentate, lead the rest to us.
Oh, look, that's scared then. Got big guys around the barbecue, so the barbecue. Owen.
Yeah?
Go to the go start should I join the session?
May join the session. No one will have no visitors now. The Golden Eagles are not scheduled to display. They were in yesterday on as well.
Golden Eagles? On there, aren't they?
This next aircraft powered by two burning turbofan engines, which are about 17,000 pounds roughly.
The Golden Eagles on as well today.
Sukhoi.
The Golden Eagles are here today, but they've also got their memorial flight.
Yeah, so on the roll is the SU-27.
Very nice. First in there, back to Coy there.
Oh, and the Air Shanif got engaged yesterday.
Did she? Fucking hell, it's all coming in packs with her, mate, isn't it?
Why not?
Shit.
Let's take off wrong.
Invite me to your MC, and then we can go on MC chat. There's someone else looking to.
Alas, this aircraft seen across the skies of RAF Fairford in the last couple of years, operated by the Ukrainian Air Force, which bought a lot of their aircraft from the collapsed Soviet Union. Of course, a much cheaper aircraft as a result of the collapse. It is still operated by the Ukrainians, converted now with the infamous twin tail design and the afterburning engine, produces roughly £17,000 worth of thrust. This aircraft entered service in the late 1990s, no, of 1990 I should say. Of course, being Soviet, Western aircraft of the time, along with the Mikhail Gorovich MiG-21, favourable aircraft indeed for the lesser economically developed economies of those former Soviet Union. In the raw, the afterburning engines there. Originally designed for air superiority and with a fair amount of upgrading the aircraft, its much later variants was able to perform almost all aerial warfare operations. One of its more famous counterparts, the Mikhail Gorovich MiG-29, was also designed and developed roughly in the same period. And this aircraft, more so, was designed at the same time purely because it was supposed to complement the MiG-29's capabilities. So from behind, very low. Into a right-hand barrel roll.
Very nice indeed there by Flight Lieutenant Willow there. Willow is former lead off of Blue Diamonds. And he's got my live anytime when I come to RF Valley for plane spotting. And there were every moment of the Tudor Hawks and the Typhoon 9
capability, the design of it, very different. It's actually a hybrid almost of a cropped wing, or well, a cropped delta and a swept wing, which helps the performance in various different ways. It actually has around 10 hard points for different variations of weaponry, proving its overall capabilities in the event of any warfare. Still a very feared aircraft, less so today. Was when it was first introduced. It was an aircraft that was really meant to compete at the same levels as the Western counterparts of the USAF, with the F-14, the F-15 alongside it.
Nice wing waggle there, but to caught yes, F-7 there. After you got a Ukrainian colour scheme. After you come to we at what did we have 2 years now?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a brilliant aircraft, very loud. And he's gonna bring two. Ooh. Ow.
You can see there that the SU-27 doesn't quite have the elevator pull range as its more western counterparts today. It should be said that around about 650, probably closer to the 700 mark, have been built in its entire existence.
Wait, give me a heads up, right possession. I try it then. I can put you through an landed out wind, right, you know.
Presume it's now the Spitfire.
Yes, Spitfire.
So through very stiffen upgrades, the SU-27 was a very feared aircraft, particularly as it had more upgrades, starting from its air superiority, and then having the ability really to perform almost any aerial combat operations. And that's important. If you can keep the design, or even keep the aircraft the same, just keep upgrading. That's a unique capability which not many aircraft have, but seems to be
Right,
one that,
right?
seems to be one that's a familiar story with the Soviet aircraft. As mentioned earlier, the MiG-21, a former Soviet aircraft, has a lot of their export success. Now the beautiful Spitfire display getting ready. It could be said actually the pilots, as we can see today, in very noticeably in the real world, pilots actually have their cockpits open more often not. That's to, in the event of the potential accidents, quickly escape the cockpit of the aircraft.
So wait for us to get fired, ready to start display.
Aircraft synonymous with the freedom that we have today around the world. They're major aircrafts. Played a massive role within World War II. And we are about to see a magnificent sight. Aircraft designed by the great R.J. Mitchell. Fortunately, it's one of those sad stories where the designer didn't really see the success of his aircraft. Mining flares there, powered by the Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, which was alongside the aircraft. Lots of upgrades done to it. Originally started the war producing about 1,500 horsepower. And edge display on. The later versions of the Spitfire operated the Griffon engine, which was a much more powerful variant of the Spitfire. It had a lot more horsepower, producing up to 25,000 pounds, no, 2,500 horsepower, I should say. And that was noticeably quicker.
Just a quick announcement, everyone. Just a quick change to the flying schedule. Next up, we do have the F-16 Viper demonstration, and then we're going to kick things off with the Petri de los Santos brand new Petri de France display. Thank you very much.
Some brilliant following displays in the Spitfire. Out to our right hand side now. Yeah, RJ Mitchell. But down to the really limited his lifespan considerably. And, the last few months continue to work on the design of the Spitfire. It's designed in time just before his sad passing. Again, as we said, never actually got to see brilliant success and how much people loved this aircraft.
Oh, it's just on his engine.
Also a negative G, which very, very very unusual manoeuvre for a Spitfire, because of course the earlier versions of the Merlin engine struggled with the design of it. It was essentially a larger car engine, which meant that when it went upside down, the early versions of the Merlin engine would, the engine floats would open and all the fuel would just essentially flood the engine. And that would, you see the famous Battle of Britain film? I believe it's a Hurricane. I'm not too sure, but I think it was a Hurricane. It rolled inverted and you see a puff of black smoke. That was essentially the flooding of the early engines of the Merlin. Of course, updated due to the superior ME-109 engines, the inverted fuel injectors engines, the German Luftwaffe was able to perform much more much more dynamic manoeuvres, not because of the design, but because of the engine. Into the negative side. Right, showing off once again its unique elliptical wing. Bless you. Of course, the gun points on the wings of the aircraft range from 2 all the way to, I believe, 8 guns on the wing, which just meant more firepower. Yeah, against the German Luftwaffe aircrafts. Of course, we said several times we've had various different versions of this aircraft, up to 25 different marks. Shows the futuristic design of those times, how much it could actually be designed. Every inch of beneficial performance was eked out. He said that the man behind the engine success with the upgrades of the Merlin engine was Sir Stanley Hooker. He had to transform the way the engine performs, more efficient ways of working. Actually got a lot more horsepower out of the engine. Spitfire rated by the Battle of Britain Memorial Flights, so privately owned. If you go to various different air shows like Cosford, you'll see brilliant owner of Peter Teichmann. It's Mark 11, the Hangar 11 collection. Got it there. Spitfires, in some ways, a much more advanced aircraft than its sister aircraft of the Hawker Hurricane. Runways there. Hurricane actually shot down more aircraft in the Battle of Britain than the Spitfire. The Hurricane was a much older design.
Oh, I didn't knock out. What's it?
Which meant that its life was always going to be limited. Therefore, the amount of upgrades stunted the Hurricane.
Fucking hell, that's some fucking button damage in the grass. Bitch, why would you pass the private jet like that? This your private jet here.
I don't move the man. Move yourself.
On the night bed.
Yeah, it's grown legs.
You want to...
I'm gonna try and move it, but I'm not open.
Ah!
Shit. Fucking brakes at sea. I don't know, picture. Why have we got a motorcycle helmet on for?
A series of loops.
Okay, pressure.
My bike's done hybrid.
Oh god, I'm actually looking forward to see the effects now.
Well, you're not just going to tax off.
Which is normal,
But the step by the leap, oh dear.
So the pilot showing the priceless aircraft there. The characteristically departs to the left-hand side of the runway. So I believe we're right in saying it's the Viper next.
Oh, F-16 though.
F-16, of course, synonymous. Various different air forces around the world.
Nearly killing me, this fella.
Quick throw you.
I'm here, Harry.
Oh, there you are. There we go.
Alfie, turn around. Where Alfie? Where Alfie? Ha 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 ha. Alfie. Ha ha ha.
Yes? Uh-oh, what happened?
How you doing so well?
Yeah.
After the show, we've got a massive static display liner on the ground. If you'd like to have a look around, there's plenty of aircraft to admire. Up on the right, roll in, is the F-16 Viper.
Very nice takeoff there, like a proper F-16 Viper. As you know, last year it was Flight Lieutenant Kagan Barrett who flew the F-16 Viper, and this year now it's a new fighter pilot for the F-16 Viper. So, give it together from 2020, Flight Lieutenant Ty and the F-16 Viper. Ty is a former T2 pilot. Hawk T2 is the trainer aircraft, new modern. They were replaced by the Hawk 2-1. The Hawk 2-1 is very old aircraft. The Hawk T2 is based at RAF Valley, Anglesey in North Wales.
The F-16, manufactured by the General Dynamics company, which was eventually taken over by the Lockheed Martin Corporation, synonymous with various different aircraft such as the F-18 and the F-22, to name a few. It was actually originally designed almost 41 years ago, I think, for air superiority, and has undergone various MLUs, midlife upgrades, which has allowed the aircraft to take on all different types of operational missions, and its ability to do that has improved its lifespan a lot more and considerably. Although one of the more older aircraft in the fleet of the USAF, alongside many different aircraft air forces around the world. 25 of the nations operate this brilliant aircraft, and as we said, designed almost 40 years ago. Well, I think beyond 40 years ago, shows the brilliant capabilities of this aircraft. It's evolved into an all-weather, multi-role combat aircraft. Slow the roll there, and into a 4-point roll. General Electric produced the engine that fits quite nicely and tightly into the back of that aircraft. It's not a very big aircraft, the F-16, which also helps with agility and manoeuvrability. Powered by the General Electric engine, the F110, the turbofan, produced just shy of about £30,000 worth of thrust. When you consider that, compare that with the much more modern RAF Typhoon display. See the two EJ200 engines produce combined £40,000 of thrust. So having one engine with 30 massive advantage to this aircraft, showing off the brilliant capabilities of the F-16.
Ed, that's right, Paul, you need help for safety.
Leave my bike here, I need to go and get ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna back to the building.
Yeah, 25 other nations operate in the F-16. We have the Belgium, Netherlands and the UAE, just to name a few. The UAE with a Block 60, I believe. The engine has £31,000 worth of thrust. Slightly modified engine. On side.
Why can we use engine? Dude, could it is that engine hybrid free as well?
What's that?
Can you hear the engine?
No.
Just to let you know, Bob and Doug have landed in SpaceX. They are now attached to a back of a cargo ship and they're on their way back to New York.
Way!
They have not. They're waiting for all the toxins to move off the space capsule, and then in the next hour they will be out of the space capsule and back on land. Back on land and in time for the McDonald's breakfast. Boom.
Not only is the aircraft being updated of the F-16, but the weaponry capabilities of the weaponry have also been upgraded. I believe with the undercarriage down, I'm not too sure from the distance. A slight change to the flight program. We're seeing the Patui de los Santos next. We might have done a touch and go there, but that looks like all you getting your job. Final sights, the F-16 Viper demonstration for 2020. And to look out 45 degrees to the right, we shall see the brilliance Patui de France inspired display, and for that, this weekend's first time. It was me who commentated last week, but now we're going to be handing over the commentary to our news specific commentator for Patui de los Santos, which is the fellow Athos 10. Our next display item. And this is one for the cameras as they come taxiing from the left hand side. So as I do that, let's introduce Athos 10 for tonight's Matthew.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm a familiar voice probably as of now from yesterday's show. Today we're going to be witnessing the first international appearance at the PDLS Open Air Show. PDLS is based off the Patui d'Aérobatique de France, the French National Aerobatic Display Team operating 8 Dassault Dornier Alpha jets. The team is quite possibly the oldest in aerobatic aviation. Starting out as a team in 1931, flying biplanes for France. At the time, they have gone through plenty of aircraft such as the Fouga Magister, which is one of the manoeuvres which we have on the display list. The Magister, of course, being the twin-tailed, twin-engined aircraft. It was a V-tail, so it was a very special and very unique design. And of course, they also went through to the Alpha jet, which they still operate today. Not many aircraft have been utilised, of course, for the Patui de los Santos because we only have the V-65 Molotov. But we try our best to emulate the Patui de France. Of course, in more recent times, we've had the double Concorde flight pass, which unfortunately won't be happening today. But that was to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the first flight of Concorde back in 1969.
What, Italy Santos?
Yeah,
What?
And last month, the Papa de Gaulle made his message, La Résistance, a message to all French people who could stand up and fight against the Germans, to do so, and to free France as quickly as possible. And the French resistance played a quite significant role in ensuring victory, and particularly those of handing documents and special secrets from the Germans over to the Allies to prepare the 1944 D-Day landing. So this year is quite a significant year for the team. Next year will be even bigger, because obviously this year was their 80th anniversary for the Charles de Gaulle speech. Next year, I believe, will be their 90th anniversary. Patrouille de France wasn't always the original name, it was the French aerobatic team as it was known back in the 30s, 40s and 50s. Of course, the 40s did have a bit of war from 39 to 45. So there was a bit of exemption from that sort of period, but after that the French rebuilt the damage, or what damage they had to the countrysides, and the Patrouille de France name was adopted in the 60s when they switched over to the Fougue Magister. And from there the team moved from about 4 to 5 aircraft to a whole formation of 8 aircraft. And that formation style has been adopted from obviously the 60s all the way through to the current and present day. The only difference being the Fougue Magister was dropped for the much newer, much more aerodynamically friendly and much more fuel efficient for the French. And of course, since the oil crisis of the 70s hit them quite hard, the Alpha Jet was quite a potent replacement for the Fougue Magister. So I believe we'll just be waiting just a moment whilst one of the aircraft repairs itself. We do have all aircraft lined up. Hopefully they'll be getting airborne very soon. As is customary for quite a lot of aerobatic display teams, they take off the group and fly over the rear of the crowd and over the crowd. And from there, the display changes quite a lot, significantly from the standard red arrows and fret shade displays. And of course, one unique thing is the lower number as opposed to the number 9 or 10 adopted by plenty of other aerobatic teams. And that one less jet does make for some very interesting changes in formation. So, rolling on the runway for their first international appearance, the Patrouille de l'Atlantique. I'll just test the smoke to make sure all the dies are working. These aircraft are much more friendly for aerobatic teams because their tanks hold dies can actually be held inside the aircraft as opposed to drop tanks or additional external tanks that other aircraft may use. Another feature of this display team that is quite different to other display teams is the colour arrangement. Most people are used to a red, white and blue in that order, and today you're going to be used to the blue, white and red. Of course, the different flags mean different colour arrangements, even if it means having the same colours. So the display was set up by the Atos 7, which you know as Laser. He set up the display team after being inspired by the double team fly past to celebrate the 80 years of Charles de Gaulle's La Résistance speech. And it's because of that very reason that you will now see the aircraft form a very different display to what you're used to seeing. Come on. So, coming in from the front, be pulling up. That's Bastille formation. Bastille is the Day of Freedom. French. The formation will then pull back up, trailing the red and blue smoke, and switch to Concorde. Concorde being an Anglo-Saxon, a French and British designed aircraft. It was the only thing that the French and the British could agree on back in the 60s. But even then, they couldn't agree on how they'd spell the name. They thought they could either drop the E or keep the E. The English thought the E would be great for English excellence, but it didn't work. So, continuing the Concorde formation, and even when the French and British could agree on the E, they couldn't agree if they were going to put accents over the top of the E, so the French and the British, despite collaborating quite well at the building process, they could never agree on many of the things to finalise the process, completing the designs. But after serving British Airways and Air France 30 years respectively for each airline, it's safe to say it did quite a lot of good service until obviously 2000, where the accident happened, and that was commemorated last week. So our next display manoeuvre, it's a, well, not a familiar shape, but it's quite an interesting one. If it looks familiar, it's called Dart, and the reason it's called Dart is because, well, if you look at the shape, it's very reminiscent of the shape, pointed tip, and of course the arrows coming down from each side. And the next manoeuvre in the display item is going to look very strange, because you're usually used to seeing 9 aircraft in this particular formation, and it usually is the first manoeuvre of aircraft display teams such as the Red Arrows may use. It's quite an early one, but this one is moved further down. Yeah, never mind. The next manoeuvre, rather, it's a French-inspired version of the Typhoon. Instead of Eurofighter though, the French pulled out of the project after seeing that it had not much potential, even though later on the Eurofighter Typhoon came out, and it was quite a success throughout Europe. The next manoeuvre is reminiscent of the Dassault manufactured aircraft, the Dassault Rafale. And of course, this team being the Armée de l'Air inspired team, this will be the Rafale C. The D being the twin-seater and the M being the naval version, belonging to the Marine Naval. They're pulling up, trailing the blue, white and red. You can see it takes a very similar shape to the Typhoon, and that's because the French were very inspired by the Eurofighter development project. But Dassault weren't having much of the British involvement and decided that they couldn't agree on many things. When it came to the Concorde project, they built their own take on it, and they did it quite well. More recent weeks, even, I think it was a week ago or even this week, the Indian Air Force received their first Dassault Rafales, and they were greeted into Indian airspace with Sukhoi Su-30 MMKs. So, a little bit of confusion I had earlier on. This is the manoeuvre that you'd expect 9 aircraft to be in. But it's a bit different this time round. We are going to miss one of the aircraft out in the middle, because the team's flying 8 aircraft, and that only permits for 8 aircraft to complete this manoeuvre. So we dropped the one in the centre and form the outer shape. So this is still the famous diamond shape. The leader bringing them up into the vertical, and calling 2 to fall into the slot position. This is Scavenger. Now the leader calls them into the wide scavenger position, or calling them all to turn their smoke off. This manoeuvre is going to be called the Alpha Rolls. Chose the name Alpha Rolls because it's named after the Dassault Dornier Alpha jets. They take the aircraft back up into scavenger formation, heading it into the vertical. And the next manoeuvre is a product designed by the French aerospace manufacturer, Airbus. The leader calls them around still in scavenger. The next manoeuvre though, once they move away from here, they'll move into their respective positions. In Royal Air Force Service or British Service, it's known as Atlas. The Airbus product, the A400M. French service is still the A400M, and then more recent weeks, again, the French setting a lot of benchmarks in recent weeks as opposed to years. They completed the first A400M parachute test job, and it went absolutely swimmingly, so the French have then gained the A400M's tactical transportability. The leader's just swinging the formation around. We'll be bringing them into the crowd centre so you can get the best pictures. This is definitely a photogenic picture if you're interested in gaining a couple of pictures of this. And I recommend you definitely do, because it's one of the manoeuvres. It's one of my favourites of the display. So you can see the lights. The leader brings the aircraft round to the left. We split the team down into two. Usually you'll see two parts of a display team, Enid and Jippo. We decided to change it to the little bit, and we called the front four jets Rebo and the rear four jets Synchro. Manoeuvre is definitely one to enjoy. Again, it's another sort of familiar one, but with a little French twist on it. So we'll be able to see the jets coming towards the crowds in a moment. Of course, one thing that's very difficult to do when you're flying in formation is to coordinate at a specific meeting point, and that's what extensive and thorough training does. It affects the meeting points. So you can just see coming over the top of the hangar there, 4 jets coming in, trailing the blue, white and red. The leader's going to call 1 righter for the bottom aircraft to go, and 2 righter for the top aircraft to go. This is Pound Elysee. And if you keep your eyes forward now, the synchro part of the team, this is La Rupture.
I'm liking that blue and red, very nice.
And that's the synchro part of the display there. And Coming in from the left and the right. This is Ouvrier. So actually, I think this might be the Ouvrier maneuver. Yeah, this is Ouvrier, where the two aircraft reach the top and roll and level out at that point. Very difficult in an aircraft that's performing an aileron roll and carrying inertia into that sort of maneuver. And the next maneuver is going to be quite intensive on the two pilots involved. That is Magister, or Zephyr rather. Zephyr being the naval version of the Magister. Scoring many carrier traps and launches off the HMS Eagle. And a very, very famous trainer for the Marine Navale, now operated by the Cocard Marine, which also operates the MS-760 Paris, built by Morin Saunier, and the Breguet Alice. So this is the crossing endeavour, a very intensive manoeuvre for each of the pilots. Oh wait, no, this is La Figure de 8. I think I'm behind on the part, but now I've caught up. That's quite intensive, and of course it's because the pilots draw an 8 in the sky, and then they pull up into their respective parts, trailing the blue and red smoke, or turning them off. And this is the line of stern manoeuvre, but they're going to switch it into diamond once they reach the other side. This is the derrière le diamant. Of course, a very difficult manoeuvre to perform when you're trying to gauge speeds on each of the aircraft. Just put your eyes to the left of them, you'll see one aircraft performing a slow roll, the other one rolling around. A tornado-esque manoeuvre. It's quite difficult for the pilot doing the slow roll. This is the roulement long. Very difficult manoeuvre to perform, and particularly for the pilot doing the tornado, but mainly the one doing the slow roll, as they have to use all three axes of control. And the next manoeuvre is named after the third aircraft that the Cocard Marine uses. It's a naval aircraft used for maritime surveillance and reconnaissance over the sea. Powered by a licence-built Rolls-Royce Dart engine, and once again another carrier-based aircraft, one that can be stowed away and used for naval defence, although the French never equipped this aircraft with weapons, though the Rhodesian Air Force, or rather the Rhodesian Navy, did. They fitted it with torpedoes and anti-service shipping missiles. The leader's going to call all the aircraft up into the vertical. You just see them off in the distance there, trailing the blue, white and red smoke. And it'll roll them round as they fly up. And of course, the unnamed aircraft from the Cocard Marine is the Breguet Alice. The pilot's utilising the rudders there to fan the formation out. And now for a slight return back to a normal manoeuvre. One aircraft will arrive the right way up, which is the one on the left, and the other one the wrong way up, or inverted as we like to call it. And they'll cross and roll. Very difficult to judge each other's altitude. It's very impressive how they made it look very close there. This next manoeuvre is a very good manoeuvre. This is where they climb up the Matre Celeste. And now the next manoeuvre. This is the Matre Celeste. Trailing the formation colours that they will use later on for the brakes to land. So, for the synchro part of the display, the two aircraft coming in from either side. The one trailing the blue is Ryan, and the other pilot is Owen. He is the founder of the team.
Wow, that display was really good. Hey guys, sorry if I haven't been speaking much. Yeah, just been busy trying to do like multiple things at once and trying to enjoy the air show as well. So yeah, I am keeping my eyes out so far.